I think AI is going to take, I don't think it's about integrating it into the actual product. I think it's about creating utilities and tools that you can use to improve how you actually use the product. And I think
Correct,
that that's
correct.
what we're finding with
Yeah.
AI, is that's where the secret is with it.
Yeah, absolutely. When I look at our Cashbook code and what it takes to write a program for Cashbook and even Acumatica or any other product, it's huge. It's the AI gets a bit lost at some point, and if you start getting bugs in the product, and to find the bug, to know what AI wrote, became a bit of a nightmare. And I don't think it's quite there yet. But when you're using AI, it's learning. So the more you use it, the more it learns. And I'll give an example of what I did with AI. I wanted to log into Sage 300 from a website, and I knew how to do it, how to log in because we've written our web UIs. But I thought, let me try and see what AI can do. So I took the code from the global dot whatever it's called in our project, and I said, this is how Sage logs into Sage 300. Can you just write a proper login screen for me and log into for me? And it took my code that I'd given it and it wrote everything. And the next thing I could log into Sage 300 on a website. And I think that's where it starts becoming really useful, because you can take code and what you got and say, improve it, make it better. And of course, and I know, and that's why the session got shorter and shorter, is because you don't need to listen to me to know what to do with AI. You just ask AI and it will make you happy. And I think that's the magic. And all of a sudden, I've got expert programmers with very little experience, but they're expert programmers. Hey, Natalie.
Yes.
I keep using my
I got
daughter
my I got
as
my
an
certificate in
example.
vibe coding after
Yeah,
a week.
unbelievable.
Don't get
So,
Wayne and Cree to ask me what it's doing. That's a different story.
correct. But we've written some really nice stuff coming, and they're going to be very useful for us in the future for our product. And Kavita said, I don't want to show you this. It's not so gorgeous, but it's absolutely gorgeous. Natalie as well. She's written some clever stuff. And of course, Wayne has also had a lot of fun using what's it called? Railway. I mean, I've never heard of these words before. And I'll tell you something I learned is I also wrote an app, nothing to do with 300. And it's a golfing app where everybody books their four balls, and I wanted to give it a good old shuffle, if you know what I mean. I wanted everyone to get a turn with everyone else. So I said to AI, can you do a randomize on all the golfers and give them all a turn to play with each other? So it said, no problem. I can use the Knuff Shuffle. Now, I don't know if anybody's heard of the Knuff Shuffle, but he wrote the Knuff Shuffle. And today it runs this Knuff Shuffle and it actually does a randomize of all the golfers. And I would love to. I'd love to show it off for a second, just to show you what AI is capable of. And I'm going to show you this. And this is really where we're going to take off on this meeting. Let me just get this right. This is going to be a very impromptu meeting, by the way. So everybody can comment, everybody can talk. But check at this. It picks up all the four balls and it starts shuffling them. Look at this. I mean, that's pretty clever. Hey? Look at this. Look at this. The Knuff Shuffle. Who's heard of the Knuff Shuffle? I bet you not one of you. So that's how we create our four balls. Okay, so let me kick off showing you this as an example of the magic of AI, not just things that you and I've never heard of, and how it actually looks around the world to actually find the best solutions for you. Okay, so you can switch off the screen, Natalie, and I'm trying to see where to switch it off. Um,
Sorry, I
so
can't
you can.
unshare your screen for me. I
Are
can
you
take over.
serious?
Do you want me to go? Must
Yeah,
I
no. I
start
want you
or
to take over. Yeah, no. Okay, yeah, go for it. So let me just before you go. So
okay.
as you can see, the Knuff Shuffle went and created my four balls, but that's nothing to do with bookkeeping and accounting. So let's not go down there. So but let's start. I've got three people are going to show you what they've done, and all three of them have written utilities to help Peresoft. not to create code. Our Cashbook's finished. We might add a couple of features in the next version, but we do that on our own without taking a chance of mixing up the code with AI. So Natalie and Karita and Wayne just branched off slightly to write utilities to help you and us to give better support and stronger, quicker turnarounds on what we develop for you. Okay, Natalie, so you can start and tell them what you've done.
Okay, cool. So we we know that, finding a format is quite difficult. I did briefly share this during the TPAC session, but I've kind of taken it a step further. So what we've created is this format finder where you're going to be able to drag and drop the format that you have, see if we have a format that matches, or if we don't, you can there and then submit all your files, etc. What we would usually ask you to email us, you can submit it directly from the format finder. You can also browse here. You can see here, you can browse what available formats we have. You can organize it by Rec Express and by EFT. You can also check per country. Here's the submission option. So you don't even have to use the analyze in order to submit. You can just go directly to submit your format. And here's where you would put in all the information. You then would upload your license screen, the record layouts, the spec files, etc. And you would just select send request, and it will email it to us with all the documents that we need from you. Okay, so let's look at how it analyzes the format. So I'm going to start with EFT. I've got some formats sitting here to test with. So here I'm going to drag and drop a sample file. With EFT, we also know that you don't have a sample file every time. So I've also made the option to put in your spec files to see if, if there's any available formats using a spec file. Okay, so once I've dragged and dropped, I can then go identify format, and it will analyze all 400, well, in EFT's case, it's 161 formats, I think. And then there you go, it will tell you if there's a match. Okay, so let's go back, okay, and I'm going to now do a Rec Express one. So obviously you would choose which product you're going to use. Let me now get my sample. I just drag and drop, and I select identify format. There you can see it's analyzing. And it goes through all of our available formats. And there it says, look, there's no match for this one. It does explain what the format is so that you can know exactly what is in that format. And then it offers you to submit all the information that we would need to go ahead and develop a format for you. Obviously, this is just going to improve. This is just, after a few weeks of work and creating the format finder. Also, as usual, at Peresoft, we love input. So once we make it available to you guys, any input is always highly appreciated.
Oh, brilliant, Nat, brilliant. So let me fill in here for a second. Okay, so
yeah.
So what AI is doing, and this is what's critical about what AI is in the world, it's obviously looking at formats available, and this is where the Peresoft comes in a lot, because we've designed 160 or 170 different formats, which you won't find on the web without looking at a specific spec file or getting it from the bank. It's invaluable. This product's invaluable. It's unique to Peresoft. We can analyze 160 different types of EFT formats for you and come up within seconds what to do. And Karita will be next to show you how we're now going to be designing those formats. It gives us a unique spot in the market where, where our Peresoft product can look at this and give you a quick solution that might take you hours to make on your own if you had to design it yourself. So that's kind of special, and that's because we've built up so many formats. I mean, Rec Express, I think we're on 290 or 250.
Yes, so I do have here you can see here in the coverage tab, There
Yeah,
we have the
wow.
total amount of formats. We have 291 Express formats, 151 EFT Express formats, which is a total of 442. And then you can see here by country what formats there are
Wow.
available.
Yeah, you
So
see, and
yeah.
that's amazing. That, yeah, excellent. And Nat has got 250 years in programming experience. Oh, you got all that from the web. Oh, and you wanted a raise. All of a sudden, the qualifications went from being, hello, hello, to an
But
experience
don't
C
worry, guys. They're not
sharp
going
and
to let me anywhere.
HTML. And I'm
They're not going to let
joking.
me anywhere near the cash book. So don't worry. It's all safe. It's all safe.
But a
I did want
stunning
to.
product. Stunning
I
product.
do want to show also what we're going to be making available on the forum, because I know that a lot of people, when they post to the forum, they always want to attach images and they use the upload profile image button. So using Claude Code again, we've upgraded the image upload option. So let me go here. I'll just do a quick preview. You go new message. You can also do it when you reply. So let's say test image. Okay. And then I can go and I can choose an image. There you go. There's already one. So instead of now it's you can attach an image to your forum message. Say, please the image. Step 2. Oh, sorry. Oh, I'm going against our own rules here. Trying to keep it all at
Not sure if
nothing.
we're going to answer your message, depending on the
Yeah,
version.
BI.
exactly.
Bob's
so
intelligence.
so then of course, it goes through the step 2 and then I submit, and there you go. You can now post images to our forum, and I'm sure that's going to make a lot of people much happier. Okay.
Brilliant, 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 Nat.
That's it from me. Karita.
Hold on, I'm going to get to
Okay.
Karita. I'm going to get to you. We have an introduction because
Yes.
all these things look so quick and simple to do. And I think what we all realizing now with AI and with Claude and with whatever you're using for your coding is that in the old days we would have to download apps and get someone else to develop it for us, and which was great because we did have access to 100 apps, and but now we don't have to even download these little apps. We can write them ourselves and create our own ideas and put them up there. You might not want to market it to a million people, but you certainly want it for yourself. And I think that's what AI has done now. That's the next level of computers. And we all know that. I mean, I'm not going to lecture you guys. I mean, when I look at the list of people on the session, okay, and I think how many are on the session, Nat? The 17
Is it?
people, okay?
Yeah.
17 leaders. Sorry, I'm not trying to patronize you. I'm being honest. The people in this session are the main people that do the Sage 300 marketplace. We've got quality, not quantity. So I'll give you all a hand for that one. I am trying to make you feel good about yourselves because I feel good about myself. But on a serious note, it's a small session. And that's why I think if you want to ask or talk, you're welcome to interrupt and just talk because I know all of you. I know every one of you. You know what I mean? Even from Asia, and the only gentleman I think has he joined us from Cyprus? Is he joined us? Marius, I don't think he has.
He's got a
he sent a
Firefly
bot.
AI bot to attend the
It was
meeting
his
virtually on his
yeah.
behalf.
Wow. I love
Well, we
that. I
can't be
think that's
judging,
so
Bob,
cool.
because that's
And the
what we're
bot
doing.
is called Freddy the Firefly, just for fun.
Really, I love it. I think that's
Oh,
so cool.
yes.
Yeah. That's where we're going, guys. I'll be sitting in the
Yeah.
Caribbean on my yacht, and all our forums will be answered by the Bob's bot.
Yeah, and I'm going to get a
Sorry,
bot to do
Wayne.
my work.
Yeah,
Your bot can deal with my bot.
oh, we can bot together. Okay, so on
Bottoms
that
up.
note, so Natalie's showing you. So we're going step by step here into the realm of AI big time. So Natalie showed you a little simple way of doing our formats, which is incredibly powerful considering there's so many formats. Okay, so that's an incredible step. So the next step was for Karita to develop an app that wrote the formats or created a format. So she's busy with that now and has got something to. She wasn't very happy to show it because she always doesn't think it's gorgeous, but it is beautiful. I must be honest with you, Karita. So just bear with for a minute. So Karita, all yours.
Okay. Okay, you can see my screen.
Got it.
Yes, yes, sorry. There's Marius.
Yes.
Yes,
Sorry.
okay. You heard us.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Is that
AI
Marius the
wrote.
bot? Hold on, wait, Carita.
Yeah, the real
Marius has
person has
arrived.
arrived.
Is that the real person or the bot, Marius? I think it's the bot.
No, it's a real person. I think
The
he's
bot
Sorry,
heard
just
its
Marius.
name.
It's not fair to take you all that way. Thank you for joining us. He's coming from Cyprus, eh, Marius?
Hi there.
Nice to
Sorry,
meet you.
sorry for being late.
Not a problem. But we did mention you because you're coming from somewhere far away from Cyprus. And we've got Belinda
Thank you.
Chua as well on this show, which is a lovely to hear from you, Belinda. And we've got Thomas as well from Malaysia. I follow all your moves, my boyki, on Facebook. Love it. And I want to just look as well, just to give you guys an overview of the scope of our products. Okay, so there's Belinda. Thank you for joining us, Belinda. Really good to see you. Did Thomas join us? No.
No,
No,
unfortunately
it's
not.
unfortunately not. So Belinda, you're the only one from far away in Asia. So thank you, and Marius, thank you for your time. We're going to show you the next thing. These are great. Sorry to interrupt you, Carita. As I said, it's a casual meeting. So go for it, Carita.
Okay, so far AI's just done the EFT designer for us, and it imported all our formats as they are. And here they're easy to edit. Just choose what field you want and all that. But the main reason why we actually wanted this was because all the banks that are going to be using SFTP, well, so AI tells me, are going to use the XML pane format. And that is all tags. But each bank is slightly different in the tags that they use. There are certain tags that they have to use and certain that are optional. So they all seem to have different optional tags. So we still need to have separate formats per bank. And the tags are quite, they're not difficult to work with, but it's nice if they're all set out like this, and then you just choose which field you want in which tag and the maximum field length. So this will now generate formats for us with all the tags, and then you just pick and choose which tags you want, and hopefully in the future people can maybe even design their own, just picking up what the bank wants. And according to AI, SFTP is not going to be around forever. We're going to be posting it to the bank's API endpoint, but using these same tags. So this won't change. So this will just make it easier.
What's an endpoint? Just give me an explanation of it.
The bank's API endpoint.
Okay. So that's direct to the bank's mainframes.
Yes. And because it's all using this pane XML format, they know how to read the tags, and that's why payments are instant, because one bank will read it, pass it on to the next bank. And once it's using the APIs, there won't even be time limits when you can upload your file to the bank. It'll just be instant. And so will the response be instant. We won't even have response files anymore. That's what AI tells me.
Excellent. Well, that's good news. And I'll tell you a secret about this, Greta. Already us uploading our payments now via SFTP is incredible. It's already a huge step forward to security and people not being able to edit the file and going straight to the bank and getting an error. I'll give an example. We wrote this originally at the beginning for a client that was posting over 1,000 entries, payments, payroll and all that stuff. And they would use another system. And the problem with the other system is all that get back is a report of what didn't go, and for them now to go through 1,000 entries and find those, because there was no link to the number in the batch, it was just rejected. It would be a pain. It would take an hour. It could take an hour, if not longer. Today, with the return file, it automatically creates an error batch, so you don't have to go through your list of rejected entries and see which ones were wrong, which means it's literally 5 minutes. So everything's cutting itself down, just like AI does, from hours to minutes. And that's the future of accounting software, as far as I'm concerned. Hours to minutes. Okay, great. Okay, so Rita, anything else you'd like to add before we move on?
No, I think that
No.
we'll do Rec Express next, and hopefully then one day people can design a lot of their own formats, especially the straightforward ones that don't
Put
have
on your
hash
camera,
totals
Carita.
and
Come
things
on,
like that.
Yeah. Put on your camera for a minute. No one knows what you look like. Yeah,
Oh.
you even got dressed up for this, apparently. Yeah.
Okay, hold on. I've got to look for
Listen,
my
you've got to
camera.
realize the people on this call know me well, so they want to know you well. You know what I mean? Everybody knows us. It's not
Okay.
strangers in the night. Hello, there you go.
I'm in my
That's Carita.
pajamas, though.
Just by the way, I mean, I don't know if you've all heard of Carita, but I need to say this to you guys, make it a bit more personal. Carita's been with us for how many years?
I think it's getting on to over
40.
35, 40. Yeah, I was going to
It's
say
getting
40.
on to
That's like
40
really
years.
old.
Mm.
Luckily, I covered my hair recently.
And it looks lovely. I thought so. It looks lovely.
Thanks, Nat.
Brilliant. Yeah, the
Yes,
raised hand.
Derek.
Yes, Derek.
Hi,
How's
Bob.
it?
Hi, how are you?
Well, were you happy to hear John Thomas telling you that they're getting the serialized inventory almost done?
I'm still holding my breath, yes.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Go for it.
The question is actually for Carita. Now,
Good, I'm gonna
you
go
having
for it.
this wonderful tool, will you be able to use this tool to create that, XML format for my client in Mozambique for BIM Bank?
Yes, but didn't we? I think we've already done the format for them.
Yeah, you sent me one that is similar to that one, which was one of your existing ones, but I'm still waiting for the bank to say that it's working. So they're taking their time. But I thought maybe you can just test that format and see if it will throw out the XML design as you have now. So maybe it's a good idea to test it.
Yes, but I mean, the only way we can really test it is upload it to the bank.
Yeah.
That's true. That is true. So yeah, okay.
And we do. No, Derek,
Yeah.
sorry, I'm going to interrupt you. We actually do test it quite extensively on our test system. But the problem is until it goes to the bank itself and the bank tests it, there's no finality in it. We
True.
can't,
Yeah.
And we did give it to you as quickly as possible so the bank can do it. And then the bank delays it. I don't know, they all go off on for a lunch or something. I don't know what they do.
Yeah, they want these things like yesterday, and they will only give it to you next year. The answer.
That's weird, and we had that as well. So yes, we are. We're definitely on top of it. Hey, Carita.
Okay.
Yes, well, we're
100%.
actually waiting. We're actually waiting for them to whitelist our test server so we can test it. But I mean, it's been about 2 weeks now, and I've reminded them once.
I will I'll ask my client because he also asked me what's happening, and I said, well, we're waiting for the bank to come back and give us an answer. So that would be a first prize, because once we can get that one going, they've got so many banks in Mozambique. So if we can start hooking them up, it will be excellent, because all the clients, they've got an account with basically all the banks, with our normal standard banks and Barclays and ABSA and everything, but with their Mozambican banks as well. So they would like to get into this electronic age now.
Absolutely. And not only that, they'd like to upload the statements automatically. They'd have to log into the bank for online banking. Oh, well, it's going to give the user a login. And this way, you're just posting from Cashbook, and what a pleasure. So, we definitely want to get it going for you. But let me just warn you, the banks do sometimes get lost a bit. And it's a department in the bank. It's so difficult to coordinate sometimes.
But I must say, Bob, I've been working with NetBank now with another client, and their technical department is actually very chuffed that Sage 300 and your product is talking to their bank so very well. So they can't get enough of it.
Lovely.
That's amazing.
I do know them. Yeah, I do know them quite personally. I think it's Robert and another guy, Bruce, and them, and they're very keen to make it work properly, and they were very helpful to make it work. And NetBank, I must say, we've got the whole thing working beautifully with them. beautifully. So I'm very proud. Thank you. Thank you. Karita,
Pleasure,
Wayne,
man.
and Natalie. See, look at Derek. He's actually
We just need to get Standard Bank now also on the same page. I'm busy working with them on a big Rec Express integration SFTP.
beautiful.
So hopefully that will come out soon as well.
Excellent, Derek. You're amazing.
No worries.
I'm impressed.
For 30 odd years that we're supporting your
30
product,
odd-
we have to do it
Jesus,
right, eh?
Derek. I'll never forget, and I'm sorry, I'll bring it up,
Drakensberg
how I
tennis
kicked your ass on the tennis court.
Yeah, we need. Well, maybe we must go and play some golf. Eh? You might win me there as well.
Well, my handicap, I'll kill you.
Now you do the knuffle shuffle now.
The knuffle shuffle. I'm playing a knockout, Derek, on golf. And the guys I'm playing with in the first round, I'm at 24 now. I'm a very lousy golfer.
Yeah.
The guy I'm playing against is a scratch golfer.
Jeez. Okay.
He's going to give me 24 shots.
Jeez.
He's a bit nervous. Anyway, enough. We digress. I always digress. I've been told that from everybody. Oh, you go on and on. Well, of course I can. I've got so many memories. What can I tell you?
Exactly. No.
Exactly, Derek. Thank
you. Thanks for the insight on the wonderful products, guys. It's
we're going to do the next one. Wayne's dying to show you his next one. He's going to use funny words. Wayne, you must tell them on the words you're using. Right, Wayne, your turn.
Yes, I thought you'd forgotten all about me.
Oh, we can't forgive you.
Okay, hold on. Let me just see. Choose a window here.
Cool.
Okay, you can all see my screen?
Yeah. Yes, we can.
Yes.
Okay, so Natalie almost gave it away earlier, but what I've been working on is a chatbot or a help bot, which is just cutting edge. It really is cutting edge AI technology. And what it'll do is monitor and answer our forum 24/7, 365, almost no human intervention. And you'll access it once you've logged in. I've still got to just finish the login thing, but via this little window, if you can see where I'm moving it there, as your little virtual full-time Peresoft help bot. And to explain where the AI comes in here, I think I'm just going to give you an explanation of what kind of help bot this is. It's called a RAG help bot. And a RAG help bot is an advanced conversational AI system, typically implemented as a chatbot. That's what we're using, which employs retrieval augmented generation methodology to deliver more accurate, relevant, and contextually grounded responses. So RAG stands for Retrieval Augmented Generation, and it's an AI framework that enhances large language models, which are, they call them LLMs. They're the previous generation, now already legacy generation of chatbots. You know, when you do your banking, when you go onto most corporate websites now, you've got your little windows that people try to help you with. Those are called LLMs. RAG is the latest version of that and enhanced. So RAG is an AI framework that enhances these LLMs or large language models by integrating external knowledge retrieval with text generation. Unlike these previous legacy LLMs, though, which rely solely on their pre-trained parameters, which can become outdated or they say lead to hallucinations. What they're saying is fabrications. You start getting false answers and false results. A RAG system dynamically retrieves pertinent information from an external knowledge base, such as documents, databases, records, and the thing here is that we create and maintain that external knowledge base, and this helpbot queries it, and it uses AI to formulate the best answer based on a scoring system. It's quite incredible. I was blown away when I saw how it worked. So what will happen is, in practice, when the user types a question into the RAGbot, and I'll just, this is your RAGbot here, right, on our Peresoft site. The question or query is then processed and to generate embeddings, which it's just a way of, it converts all the words and all the questions into numerical vectors. I found this fascinating. And all the information is stored in the database as numbers. So there's no context of language. There's no worry with misspellings and maybe cultural differences in writing a question. Using AI, it gets the meaning of the words, no matter what, converts it to numbers. So the query is sent through to the AI, and the system then queries the knowledge base, which Peresoft supplies, provides, maintains, and verifies. And it queries this knowledge base to retrieve the top matching passages. And then these passages, along with the original question from the user, form an enriched prompt, which is then sent to the language model, and that's the AI, which then generates a response, and it often includes citations or references to the sources for transparency and verifiability. So you can know that you're getting verified data. It's not going onto the open web and giving you possibly opinions rather than facts. So that's a little brief overview of what the bot is. It's a lot to say about this little thing, but the way this will work is it'll be 24/7. That means you can get answers on our forums any time of day, night, week, holidays. It really doesn't matter. So you type in what is a single, it handles spelling mistakes as well. And it will go and search all the knowledge that we've given it and come up with an answer that it thinks is the best match, giving you how it works, whatever we've given it. And it gives you links over here where you can now click and go to possibly our help file, our documentation, our knowledge bases. If you're not happy with that answer, you can say you're not quite happy. You say not quite, and then what it does is it refines the search. It does a second search, but it lowers the score of matching. So you have to set a minimum score that it must match to the answers, which AI suggests at 0.72. I mean, the numbers are irrelevant, but just for the example, when you say you're not happy with the answer that it generated and it searches again, it lowers the score from 7.2 to 0.68. So it actually enlarges the net and scoops up more answers from it. And then you can work your way through all the answers till you can see which one would suit you the best. For example, let me just type in another one. Let's say a user posts a question saying AR receipts are not automatically creating a Cashbook badge. And these are questions I'm taking from our forum currently. So instead of having to search through our forum, you can post this into the bot, and the bot will go scoop up all the relevant answers and give you the highest and closest matching with possible solutions. Like in this case, the AR receipts are not creating a Cashbook badge. Here's what you need to check. Go to CB options, check that you've got retrieve on, etc., etc. There's not too much more I can show you this, other than tell you that if you keep asking a question and it can't find an answer, it's going to go search 5 times, every time lowering the matching score and broadening the net to give you more information back. If you're really not happy with it still, it will then come, I'll tell you what, I'll give it a question that it absolutely can't answer, like absolutely nothing. It says, sorry, I can't find an answer to that very clever question. Please try rephrasing it or go directly to the forum. So if you can't find an answer instantly, so you don't have to wait for one of us to answer your question, and our help bot here can't find the answer for you, it'll direct you directly to the forum. And here you can just post your message as per normal. And I think that's it. I think going forward, the whole power of this, it really blew me away, is the way that it uses numbers to represent the questions and the answers in the database. So it gets the closest match, and the way that AI then gets all the answers back. It retrieves it, and AI goes through all the answers that have been given to it and actually puts the answer in conversational English and relevant and gives it back to you. And every time it scoops that net even bigger. And this is
amazing,
yeah, this was the AI part. This is all AI. I mean, if I got to be honest, I did this in 6 or 7 hours. This would have taken me 3 months if I had to write this from scratch. So using AI to develop their own bot, and yeah, that's all. I think that's it.
Yeah, Wayne, I think also you got to mention, I mean, you say you talk about RAG and I talk about the Knuff Shuffle. These are things we've never learned. I mean, these are things that they're giving us because they being the AI, has searched the web for the best methods and picking them up. Things that we would only have learned if we'd done calculus or gone to university and studied for 5 years. All of a sudden, it's giving us these functions and features and algorithms that we would have had to study, and it's just feeding it to us. So if you know what to ask AI from experience, you will get a brilliant answer and know that you're going in the right direction. And I think that's the beauty of AI. It's not taking over the world, it's enhancing you as a person, enhancing your knowledge. And I think people go, oh, I'm scared of AI. No, I'm not scared of AI. AI is my helper. AI is going to put me in places I never dreamt of. And I think that's the exciting part of AI. I'm not scared. I may be a bit scared on fraud. People can copy documents and AI can change dates and copy signatures and all that stuff. That's dangerous. And if anything, I think there's a market for like a certification saying it's not AI. But that's in the future, because I saw one of the things this guy did. He had a document dated from the government for 2022, a license. And he said to AI, give it to me for 2026. And it redid the whole document and put 2026 in it. And it looked identical. There was nothing different. So that's a problem. But then we need a certificate stamped, like we have certification now for, for secure sites, that says this is not AI. And there's a market for that. And I don't think there's anybody who's done it yet. But I think that's the point of AI. It's not the point that it's going to take over what we are and do things we can't do. No, it's going to give you what you do know, but give you more and more options around it and grow on that. And of course, the more you feed AI, as we all know, and I'm lecturing you guys again, and you're not, you know all this already. But the more we feed it in our own private capacity, the more it will grow on what we fed it. And that's exciting. Cool. Okay, so thank you, Wayne. I think that's incredible what you're doing. And I think having our forum has always been a very important part of our business. And, we started doing this forum in 2003. That's how long ago it's been going. And we've got thousands of messages, and you're going through every one of them to make them perfect. And that's a lot of work that you're doing. So I'm very stoked about that. And so will we be if we can get 24/7 support. And we've grown because of our forum, because the dealers have been so good at putting your messages there and following the rules. We've now got a huge resource available to us that wouldn't have been there if it was just emails, because we would have lost those emails and had no structure. But because we had structure and we thought of the structure 20 years ago, it's actually bearing fruit now and working well in the future. So it just shows you start something, you don't know, you're going to force people to go there and, why must I go to the forum and all that nonsense. But in the long term, it actually becomes very, very important that we stuck to that structure. So yeah, wonderful job, Natalie, Carita, and Wayne. I mean, you really have exceeded beyond and given us some really good stuff here. And I thought we wouldn't have much to talk about in this session, but it's actually been an amazing session. I'll be honest with you, amazing. And it's because of you and the work you've done. So well done, guys. Well done. Okay, so any more questions before we...
Derek does
has
have a question. Yeah, sorry.
I love you, Derek, and I mean it. Just go for it. I mean it.
Yes, I was actually typing, but nobody's reading it. So now I wanted to ask Wayne.
You're all mesmerized by my demo.
I am. It's amazing. That's why I'm asking, when is it going to be live?
That's a good question. I think we actually just only now busy in the finishing processes of creating the knowledge database, which is stored on another site somewhere called Railway. Bob was alluding to it earlier. It's all these new names and AI stuff. It's something else. But when we finish that, it'll just be 5 minutes and it'll be live. So I think we're very close. And I think we also, easily within a week. I just want to go through one or two things with you, Bob, to fine tune it. Okay. And then it's a matter of just copying it into the live one. And we also want to see what it'll offer us if we were to put this sort of help bot into our existing web UIs, into a batch screen or into a regex screen, where you can ask for help where you actually are at that moment contextually. But that's a future project.
That would be very good for the customers, yeah.
That would be brilliant, different level, customer level,
Yeah. No, thanks.
Thanks.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. Beautiful, hey Derek. I think what amazes me, and I'm looking like at Natalie dropping a format and Karita showing you how it looks in a friendly format, and then finally Wayne actually analyzing what we've really got in our system, shows me that Peresoft has got a lot of resource available to them from the years of being doing 300 together with
Definitely.
you. Well done, everybody. Well done, Karita, Wayne, and Natty, on your design. Thank you for your questions, Derek. I'm sure everybody else was enjoying them. And as you say, we're going to eventually serialize and eventually the full job costing and all that stuff. And we've got a great years ahead of us with 300. So if anybody's got no more questions, we've actually just about run out of time. We'll call this a meeting done. So anybody got any more questions? Okay. Brilliant.
Thanks,
Brilliant.
Bobby.
Anything else?
Thank you, team.
Yes. Thank you, Derek. Thank you.
Thank you.